Hello Exiles, and welcome to part 9 of my Act series guide, where we're going to try and run through the acts faster than we did previously and try and make it a little bit more slick, and obviously talk about how you can navigate through the zones faster. Now obviously if you've only just found this video and you want to know where Act 8, 7, 6, wherever they are, for the next 60 seconds I will post the links up in the top right corner so you can kind of see the videos before this. I am only limited to 4, so I will put the last 4 acts. If you do want to start back at Act 1, then just check my channel, they are all on there, and obviously you can start from the beginning. Second thing is, if you are enjoying this series and you have watched all the other 8 videos, then thank you, and if you have enjoyed them, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, and throw us a comment if you want to say thank you, show your appreciation. Doesn't matter, don't care if you do, don't care if you are, I thank you anyway for watching. And the last thing is for Twitch, is that I am going to be streaming live on Twitch on Thursday, and I am also going to be streaming live on Twitch for launch day as well. So the link to my Twitch will be in the description, so come and join me. It would be nice to stream without being all alone, so yeah, come and join me, say hello, say hi. So let's begin with Act 9. So everyone's favourite zone, we are always in Act 9, which is for the Blood Aqueducts, which is always a nice zone to be able to run through very quickly and obviously try and test anything out. So best thing to do is you just literally just run in a straight line until you cannot go any further, obviously in the northwest direction, and then once you can't go any further, you obviously would then cross the river and go again, follow it in a northwest direction until you can't go any further, and then cross the river. It's simple as that. Rinse and repeat. Straight line, then cross the river, straight line, cross the river, straight line. You can see where I'm going with this. You just keep going until you start seeing the bamboo bridge, and then you're in town, and you're then in Highgate. Blood Aqueducts now done. Now from here, you literally just run straight through town, and you want to run to where the descent was in Act 4, but instead you're now going down the descent. So you're now going down the mountain. It's the first area is the exact same, but instead of you going across the bridge that we did in the first one in Act 4, so obviously where we would usually go up this ramp here that I explained, and then we would usually then go across this bridge. Well, as you can see here, the bridge is completely snapped, so we can't go that way. So if you literally follow this path here, it will then lead you to the door that you then need to start descending the mountain, which is obviously called the supply hoist, and you are then carrying on further down the mountain, and obviously it's a very linear path. It's just a case of just follow it south, keep following it until you get to the path will just generally start to curve round. The density in some of these zones are quite big as well. Just keep following it. Again, you usually go down 3 floors, and then when you get to the last floor, you will then usually then go down to the next area, which is called the Vastiri Desert, which will be, there we go, Vastiri Desert. Now with the Vastiri Desert, there is a storm blade that you do need to pick up within this zone. It's usually either in the bottom left corner or the far right side. So we're going to go down here first of all, just to check if it's down here. Now you will have an exclamation mark on your map, whereas I don't. I'm looking out for the pillars. Let's get this movement speed buff, that's always good. Which would be here. See this here? See all these pillars here? See there's like pillars in a circle? So it's in the bottom left. You then have to trigger it, and you have to kill all of the monsters and zombies and mummies and everything that come to try and kill you, and there are some golems as well that will appear after you've killed all of the mummies. These guys here, these kind of like stone golems, kill all of these, and it will then drop you the storm blade. Once you've got it, then you want to run all the way over to the east, and you will then find your waypoint. Now go straight back to town, and you want to hand in, and you want to pick up you want to speak to Sin, then you want to speak to, I think it's Petra and Vanja, I think her name is. Then you need to go speak back to Sin, and obviously then you will then get the storm bottle. I think it's the other way around. You'll speak to one, then the other, then the other. Then come back to here, and you then want to carry on heading in an east direction, and you're looking for the Oasis path that has been blocked, which is usually over here, but I think I've gone a little bit too far. It must be a little bit south. There we go. So it's this little wooden bridge. You'll have a storm here, which you will clear, go into the Oasis. Now with the Oasis, The door is only in two places. It's either all the way in the top right corner, or the entire map will do a massive like circle round and back on itself, and it'll be in the bottom right corner. So let's go and test it out first of all. So let's go and check the top right corner, see if it's up here, which it is. Yeah, top right corner. So then in here you then have to kill Shikari, and she is a phase boss, so obviously she then vanishes, and you then have to then kind of lead her on a little merry route here down the sand as you're sinking in quicksand and getting constantly descended on by scorpions. So then you literally just have to keep moving along bit by bit. If you run ahead of her like this, she won't spawn, she will despawn, as in like she'll be stuck back at the first one. So you have to kind of make her do her action, so you have to stay near her, just dodge her skill, and then she'll then follow it to the next one, then dodge it, and then follow it to the next one, and then again dodge it, and then follow it to the last one that she'll do here, and then she will then go into her arena, at which point then you can try and kill her. Now she is a forced phase boss, so even if you had the billions of damage, like obviously I have, it still forces me to phase her. So I still have to kill all of her adds and obviously wait for her to finish what she's doing, and then obviously then kill her. So we'll just wait for it to come back, and there we go, now she's dead. Now at this point, log out, log back in, and you now want to jump back to your waypoint at the Vastiri Desert. You can get a skill point as well for killing the scorpion, so whilst you're in town, then head north from the waypoint and you're looking for the door for the Foothills, which should be all the way north. It's always in the north corner. Now from the Foothills you want to head again in a bit of a northwest direction, and you're looking for the waypoint that is usually in the top corner over here somewhere. There we go. Once you get to the waypoint, next to it will be a door for the boiling lake. Just go in there because we need to now go and kill the basilisk. Now in here you usually have to head north, follow this kind of like ridge line until the ridge line drops down. Once it drops down like there, then you can then start going in an easterly direction. Just keep going east, east, east until you start seeing statues that are frozen, like frozen in still statues, which you will start to see very soon. I think I got the wrong one. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, there. So there's a statue there. So then you want to start heading up here, and in this top corner over here, all these statues here, you need to kill this dude here for the basilisk, who will then drop the basilic acid. At that point, once you've killed him and you've picked it up, exit back to town, go back in again, and then teleport back to the Foothills where you were. From here, you now want to head in a west direction, directly west, until you get up to the top of the hill, where you will then have the mines that you then have to then transcend. So I've gone a little bit too far here. I was going up, I should have been going down, so let me go back over here. Over here, no, let's go up the ramp, there we go. Where the hell is the ramp? There's the ramp. Then up here, and then you'll start to see like tram lines on the floor. These. That means that you're right near the door, and there's your tunnel. So this is the next zone. In here there is also a trial, and it's usually on the left as you're heading up. So just as you entered here, look, it's on the left here. So as soon as you walk in. So get that done as soon as you walk in. Then carry on through this zone. I usually head again, as per the mines in Act 4, I usually kind of head in a northwest direction because the door is always in that top corner. So just keep heading northwest, northwest. There's your waypoint. Keep heading that direction. And you're looking for the door for the quarry. There's your door for the quarry. Now with the quarry, same again. Head in the northwest direction. and you want to get to the waypoint. Once you get to the waypoint here, it's entirely up to you which way you want to go, whether you want to go left or right. Okay, now there is a skill point that you need to get in this zone by killing the a woman. Now she can either be, and I'm not joking here, top left, or bottom right. One of those three, but you don't know which one until you've gone and checked. So I'm gonna go check now. So we're gonna do top left first. Well, that was easy. We found her. Usually she's using the top left, so I usually go top left first. If she's not there, go bottom left. If she's not there, go all the way to the right hand side. Now again, she is a forced phased boss, so you do have to wait for her to trigger and wait for her to appear and do her phases. You can't skip them. Just try and avoid the tornadoes if you can, because they do hurt. Even if I stand in this tornado, as you can see there, my life is going down because these tornadoes do hurt. There you go. Once you've killed her, she will then drop the feather over here. Once you picked up the quest item, best thing to do is just walk back out. Now, depending on where you are in the room, you then want to head, or in the zone, you want to head to the top right corner. So from here, I just want to head in a straight east direction. I'm looking for the door for the refinery, which will be over here. There we go, refinery. Now, there is a little... Someone once told me in this zone to follow the tram lines. Now, I usually go left and follow the tram lines, and they will always lead you to the boss. So we're going to follow them, follow them, follow them. Down, right. Keep going. Keep following the train lines. Well, obviously that one's not there, but go this way. This way. Now, see it splits there, so I'm gonna go this, follow this one. Down. Still following this tram line. Down. Right. In. The reason why is because the tram lines go into the boss's hideout. So if you follow them, you can't. You'll always find him. Go in here. Come and kill a dulls, general dulls. Pick up the thermaturgical sulfite and then go back to the quarry waypoint. So log out, back to town, go back to the quarry waypoint, give everything that you have now to Sin, who will be stood here, and then head downstairs to the belly of the beast. Now in the belly of the beast, this is very similar to the Act 4 belly of the beast, where usually I bump into 3 dead ends before we get to the end of the zone. This is again one of my hated zones. It is a nice zone to run through, but I usually get all the dead ends. So let's see how many we bump into just to get to the end of the zone. So we've not come across one yet, so let's just keep going. It's a very linear path, but there is a lot of branches that will branch off. And it's just a case of just following them. I usually head in the left direction, left and up, because that is usually where the door is, top left corner. And this seems to be going the right way. I'm just following my gut instinct here. Oh, would you look at that? Not one dead end. That was good. That was good. Trusted my intuition here. Now the rotting core is always the same. It's always the same layout. As soon as you walk in, take your first north path, follow it to the right, and then just follow it round, and it will just follow all the way around naturally to the black core. Now in here you do need to then kill 3 of the bosses. Again, you do need to kill Shavron, Malagaro and Dodri. It's up to you which one you want to do first. It doesn't really matter. All you literally have to do is just navigate through the zone, just get to the other side of the zone where the boss is, and then kill the boss that's there. Now they usually are, again, very linear. There's not really, can't go wrong. Once you've killed them, he will then open a portal, so you can then jump to the next one, and you just literally just quickly skim through this. Now if you're in a party, you can split up, so one person could go and do one person can do the other, and it will still work. Now if you are carrying for a party, the members of the party, if they don't want to run with you, they can literally just stand next to Sin. They don't need to follow you, okay? Then they will still get the accomplishment of killing him, even if they're not with you. Because I have done that many times to save deaths. I have told many people that I have carried just to literally stay stood next to Sin. Once you've done that, and then jump in there. Now we're going to do the last one, which is Dohidri, or Dodri, whatever you want to call her, which is usually the quickest one to get to, because it's literally just a nice diagonal line straight up when my shield charge decides to work. There we go. And then get through, and then once you've done that, you then need to then give everything to Sin, and he will then open the door downstairs to the boss, which is the Black Heart. And then obviously you then need to then kill him, at which point then he will then engulf you in blood and teleport you to the docks. If you then speak to Lily, sail to Oriath, you'll then be in Act 10. That is then Act 9 done. Doesn't take long, it's very quick, and obviously that is now Act 9 done, and we can then crack on to final Act 10, where we obviously is what I call the home stretch, because Act 10 is the fastest act in the game, which I will go through on the next video. So I will leave it there, guys. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to jump into Act 10, I will put the link to Act 10 up there now. If you've enjoyed that, then throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment, or anything that you think I could have done that faster. Let me know, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch, guys, so that when I'm streaming next week, I'm not on my own. It'd be nice to have some people watching me and throw some comments in. Anyways, guys, till the next video, stay sane.